So I have to admit, I am one of those weirdos who actually loves to pack before trips. I don't know what it is. I think it's just that I like being able to organize, to plan out all my outfits, and it helps me to mentally plan through the trip and gets me really excited to travel. So I thought today I would share a little bit about what I normally take with me when I go on trips, to include carry-ons, toiletry bags, and also some really great Amazon finds that I feel like help make traveling easier. I'll be sure to include lots of luxury options of things that I like, to include this Nice Vanity, but I'll also include some affordable alternatives that I find are great options as well. So if we haven't met, my name is Jo, and I'm a lover of all luxury bags and beauty. If you like this type of content, please like and subscribe, and be sure to click the notification bell so you're notified every time I post a new video. Let's talk about a few of my favorite Amazon travel finds that I just feel are super handy items to take with you on trips. So first we have this mini hair dryer. Again, I found this on Amazon, and I show it in my videos really often because I just find it to be so handy. It's very small, and this one has a strong blast of air. Like, it can legitimately dry your hair pretty quickly, which I appreciate. It did come with additional pieces that you can attach here as well. Now, I know a lot of places have hair dryers, but if you're going anywhere that you need to bring one with you, I think this is a great option. So here are two other hair tools that I do share in my videos, but I'm going to be honest with you, these are so tiny. They really aren't all that practical. I will say I did use this tiny straightener when I had bangs. These are really great just for kind of getting that small portion of hair straightened. It gives you like a little more control, I feel like, in order to straighten your bangs the way you want to. So for that, I think that this mini straightener is excellent. But if you have a lot of hair like me, you're not going to use this straightener to straighten your hair. It would take you like 4 hours. Same with this. I feel like this is a, good curling iron for, again, if you want to straighten small pieces of hair or kind of like finish off your ends a little bit doing touch-ups. But even though this does get to be a pretty good heat, it's really small. And so it would be hard to do your entire head of hair with this. I do include it though in my videos because it's really small and it's pretty cute. So sticking with hair, I really do like this hair comb. You actually pull it out like this and then attached in there, and now you have something that you can use to style your hair. I feel like this is really innovative and just allows you to, keep things really compact when you're traveling. So I do think this is a really cool brush. Next, we have this little, I don't know what you want to call it, a shaving kit. You open the top and it has a razor, two razors, a little place you can put, I would assume, like body oil or something. And then this is for shaving as well. So I don't know. I just feel like this is really compact. It's really innovative. I haven't had any issues taking it on trips. So yeah, I think it's a pretty cool piece to have. So I really like this as well. I actually carry this around with me on a daily basis now. This is to hold contacts. So you have a contact case, you have a little bottle that you can put saline in, and then they also give you these little tools. If you have like long nails, you can like suction the contact out of your eyeball. I don't know. I've never used the tools, but I don't know. I think this is a great set. I love that everything comes together and it's really compact. Again, just another way that you can keep everything organized. Next, we have these little reusable pouches. I love this. I am sometimes pretty picky when it comes to shampoo and conditioner, so I like to bring my own, but sometimes it's hard to find mini versions of your favorite shampoos. And then the other like little bottles that I often see in the travel section of stores, they're really bulky, really thick, and they take up a lot of space. But these little packets are really, really slim and they carry enough for, I don't know, I would say 1 or 2 applications. They do have larger sizes of these pouches as well. But yeah, I just think these are great for traveling because they are so slim and easy to pack. And then you can make sure you have the hair products that you need. Next, we have this lint roller. We have this side, which is like this sticky material. And then we have the other side, which is one of those velvet rubs. To be honest, if you want it to be really compact, you don't have to use this side and you could just pack it like this as well to save a little space. But yeah, I just think this is really nice. I know whenever I travel with like black pants or something dark, it's always nice to have this just in case. And again, I like the size of it and how it is easy to pack in my bag. So this next one is for my fellow short people out there. I love this. So this is a foot hammock. So again, I'm pretty short and oftentimes when I'm on planes, my feet, like I wish I had a place to rest my feet, but my legs are too short. So either I have to rest them on my carry-on bag, which I don't really love doing, or I just don't feel like I'm really comfortable on the flight. But now I have this foot hammock. So you actually take this and you pull down the tray in front of your seat and you just slip this over the tray and it can hang there and then you can adjust it and rest your feet in there. So again, this seems silly, but for long flights, this really does make such a big difference. So I highly recommend this product. I love sharing this bottle in my videos. People always ask about this, but this is a collapsible water bottle. So you can stretch it out, fill it with water, and then as you're going through security and they tell you to get rid of all your liquids, you can just compress it back up, put the lid back on, and then just snap it up like this, and now your water bottle is nice and compressed. So far, I haven't had issues with this water bottle leaking. I will say you need to wash it really well to get any of that like taste out of that silicone in it. But I just think this is really handy to pack on trips. Again, when you don't want to lug around lots of big water bottles or buy one from the airport that's really expensive, you can just bring this with you. All right, and last but not least, I absolutely love this new hat clip that I found. So I typically bring a hat with me, especially if I'm going on a trip where I'll be laying out or going to the beach, because I like to protect my face. But it's really hard to pack a hat, and I don't always want to wear a beach hat while I'm running through the airport. So I found this hat clip. Now I've had other hat clips before, but this one feels like so luxurious. I can't even describe it. And it's really, really strong. Like, woo! The magnet on here is so strong. So all I would do is just attach it like this, and then I will attach this part to my suitcase, and that way it just kind of hangs there and I don't have to worry about it getting all bent out of shape by shoving it actually into my bag. So yeah, I definitely recommend this one and this one specifically. I just think it is really high quality, and they also have a lifetime warranty on it as well. So I do think it's worth the investment. All right, now let's talk about toiletry bags. That's another area that I absolutely love. So first, let's start with these two here. These are vintage items. They are from the Truce collection. This is the Truce 18 and this is the Truce 23. There's also one larger size that is the Truce 28. I ended up selling mine because I just found it to be so large that I just didn't ever use it. For me, the 23 is actually the perfect size. This one is perfect to carry all of my makeup, and I don't have to fit it into multiple bags. On the interior, this is the vintage version. Sorry, I do have some stuff in here. It has these little pockets so you can put like bottles or brushes and things to be organized. And then it has this large pocket right here. The material is, I can't remember what it's called now. I'll put it in the corner if I remember, but it is wipeable as well. So that is nice in that sense. And then another pouch that I have that I slip into my 23 is this pouch. I think it was the extra pouch that came on the GM Shopper, I want to say. And I actually was able to purchase this pouch separately on eBay. And it's just the perfect size for all of my makeup brushes, even my long ones. So I put them all in here, and that keeps me just a little bit more organized in my bag. So the 18, I love this one. I think it is such a beautiful piece. It's such a cute size. For me, I do wear a lot of makeup, so it didn't fit all of my cosmetics, but I do bring this with me often. It can carry like, you know, my charger and all of my electronics, or sometimes I just use it as an extra catch-all for little things like my jewelry pouches or things like that. I do think this is a great size and worth adding to your collection. Personally, I think these are the best toiletries that Louis Vuitton has ever offered. Now, this Nice vanity was a surprise to me. I honestly didn't think I was going to use this piece. My husband had surprised me with this a few years ago, and I was like, oh, thank you. That's very nice. But I just didn't know how I was going to use it. But now this is one of my favorite pieces to travel with. I mean, first of all, it's beautiful, right? And I just love the style of it. But I do really like having a vanity setup where you can just like open it and be able to see all of your things. So I do like that aspect of this. I end up using this to carry my like liquid toiletry items and any of those like skincare, all of that type of stuff. Anything that I'm bringing that's not makeup that is going in my 23. Now, I do have a very thin liner that I found from Amazon in here. I love this liner because, again, it is very slim, but it also allows to have like extra pockets for organization. And then it prevents me from getting any stains on the actual bag itself. As you can see, I have a little stain in here, so it protected my bag. It did its job. So what I tend to do with this one is I put all of my liquids and things into the Ziploc bag as you're supposed to, and then I just put it in here and I zip it shut and I travel. And then when I get to my final destination and I'm unpacking, I take all of those liquids and items out of the Ziploc bag and I organize them in here. And then that way, as I'm getting ready in the morning or in the evening, I can just pick out what I need. So I do really like this piece. Is it practical? No, I don't understand why they would put a vaquetta strap on something that you're gonna put into a bathroom, but it's okay. I'm slowly letting go of that fear. And you know, it is expensive. I will say it is definitely very pricey. So this is definitely a splurge, but if you are willing to invest in it, I do think that it is a great travel piece. All right, so let's talk about some more affordable options. I actually just got this one from Amazon, so it still has the tag on it, but I was really impressed with it when I saw the pictures of it online, and so I wanted to give it a go. Namely, this is $14.99, which for the size and the shape of it, I was really impressed. Now, again, I just opened it, so it might take some time to like, you know, work out some of the wrinkles and whatnot. So she's not looking her best, but I do feel like she has promise. I love that there is a zipper. It's quite structured. And the thing that got me about the interior is that there's so much space and you have this divider here that is removable. The bottom is wipeable. There's like all these little pockets. Like, look, they have these little elastics so you can stick bottles or brushes. You have two little pockets here. I don't know. I just feel like for 15 bucks, this feels like quite nice. And this one is larger than niece vanity that I was just showing. So I do think it's a great size. And especially if you're somebody that when you're traveling, you don't want to worry about things, right? You just want stuff that you can beat up, carry around, do what you need to. I think this is an excellent option because it's really cheap, and you know, if something happens to it, it's not going to be a huge investment that you lost. So yeah, I definitely think this is good. And then finally, two other options. Again, I am a fan of Dagny Dover and I love their toiletry bags. I think the reason, and you guys, you'll see when I open it, it comes with extra pouches. And you know me, I'm a sucker for pouches. So again, it comes with a dust bag. But what I love is they also give you these extra pouches that are a mesh material. So it allows the items inside to breathe. Then it has a pouch that connects with Velcro right here. So if you wanted to remove it, you could, or else it can stick right in here. But yeah, these are really spacious. Again, you can expand them by unbuckling these things here. And since they're neoprene, they do stretch and you can just carry a lot. And again, it's just like having something that is really simple, really easy, very practical. I think these are great options. The only drawback I can see from this is the fact that it is neoprene. So, you know, if you get like a stain on it, it might not be the easiest to clean out. So that's just something to keep in mind. But I do like the feeling of the material. I like that it can fit a lot and it is like malleable, so it'd be easy to pack into a suitcase or a carry-on as well. And then we have these two clear cases that I found on Amazon. These ones you'll have seen in my short form content. I use them pretty often. I love these because they are quite flat and they have a top handle and they're clear so you can see what is inside of them. So I do think these are really handy for traveling, especially for toiletry items. In this way, they're wipeable and everything as well. So this one came in a set of two. I can't remember how much they were, but I know they weren't a lot of money. So I think these are great affordable options as well. For me, I am always packing as much as I can into my carry-on. I absolutely hate checking bags because I'm always scared they're going to lose it. I've had a handful of bad experiences that have scarred me for life. So I always try and pack everything into my carry-on. So we're going to focus on that carry-on I put under my seat. That one, I am always looking for new carry-on bags. To me, they're like jeans. I am always looking for the perfect pair of jeans. And even when I find one that I like, I feel like I'm still constantly searching. So I have tried a variety of luxury options, as well as some in the more contemporary or quote unquote affordable realms. And so I'm going to share a few with you today. So I know that some of the most popular luxury travel bags would be the Neverfull or the Goyard St. Louis, bags like that. I'm not going to highlight those today because I feel like there's a lot of reviews on those, and I personally hate traveling with the Neverfull because it doesn't have a zipper on the top. I also have the Goyard Artois in the MM size. I do like that bag. I don't tend to travel with it because I do feel like it is a little small because, again, since I pack everything into my carry-on items, I need to get as much space as possible. So I tend to go for larger bags. So the first one I'm going to talk about today is actually a vintage version. This is called the Retiro in the GM size. So I just love the look of this bag. I just love the silhouette. I love that the vachetta is already patinaed into this beautiful honey color. So this bag is pretty tall. It does have a wider base and then it slims at the top. It's got two top handles, and then it also comes with a strap that connects on the side with two D-rings. And this is one of their vintage straps where it comes with an extra shoulder strap as well. The bottom of the bag does have feet, which is really nice. The interior is a like micro suede material. It has two pockets here and then a really large pocket right here. So I fell in love with this bag. I just thought it would look so chic when I'm traveling, when I'm in the airports, and I just had this vision of what I wanted to look like when I travel. But I will be 100% honest with you. While I do like this bag, and actually I would recommend this far more as a work bag if someone wants something, again, other than the very overly saturated Neverfull. I think this is a very nice, unique, old school Louis Vuitton bag. But I don't recommend this as a carry-on, and there's a number of reasons why. First off, because it like tapers at the top, it doesn't fit as much as I thought. And especially the way the zipper is set up, like it's already wonky as it is, but like it's kind of like the Alma BB, where if you put too much in at the top, like the zipper will either not zip or it will get wonky. Also, the bag is susceptible to wear and tear. So while this one I honestly think looks to be in excellent shape, if you look very closely, you'll see that the leather has torn away from the piping here on the corners, and there's just nothing you can do about that. Especially when you're traveling, like I feel like travel bags are going to really get tossed around, abused, and there's going to be that wear and tear. So if that kind of thing bothers you, then like this definitely won't be a great option. Also, I will say it's really hard if you put this on your suitcase. There is no trolley pass or anything, and that's fine, except if you have this here and you have a lot in the bag, if you like hit a bump or a crack in the sidewalk as you're pulling your suitcase and it teeters at all, this thing will like slide off of the suitcase. And then I always get really nervous that it's going to rip the canvas. And in general, it's just so awkward when your carry-on bag like falls off of your suitcase and you have to like pick it up and rearrange it and stuff like that. You don't want to do that as you're traveling and trying to get out and about. So that is definitely something to keep in mind with this one. So after trying out the Retiro, I was like, I really like the bag itself, but there were some issues, right, when I was traveling with it. So I wanted to find something a little bigger. I didn't really want a keep all, just because I feel like it's hard to travel with on top of your suitcase. And then I came across this bag. I believe this is called the Carry-All PM. Again, this is more of a vintage model. And what I really liked about this one is it is significantly bigger than the Retiro, and it actually has pockets on both sides of the bag, and I'm a sucker for pockets. It does have more of a rectangular shape, but it is kind of shaped like the keep all in that it is still a little thinner at the top and then wider at the bottom. In the interior of the bag, it is just a really wide space, and then there is one really large pocket, and that is it. I don't think I'll be using this again for a carry-on on a flight. So the big reason I have beef with this bag is because it doesn't come with a shoulder strap. There is no place, no D-ring on the side. So if you want to use a shoulder strap, you have to do a caddy corner type situation, and you have to have your own strap. Now I had the strap from the Retiro GM, so that was no big deal. But even then, when you're carrying the bag this way, it's not how it's intended to be carried. And again, I stuff a lot into my carry-on bags. So this was very heavy, which it already is pretty weighty because it's the vintage, like really thick, nice canvas. But as a result, it weighs a lot. So I was really worried again that I was going to damage or rip like this little area between the canvas and the leather handle. And again, this bag kept sliding off of my roller suitcase as I was pushing it through the airport, which again was really embarrassing. And also, again, since the bag was so heavy, I was really worried that it was going to like tear this spot right here on the bag. If you check your bags and you carry very few things and you just want a really nice carry-on bag that you could carry top handle, this is gorgeous. Like I would definitely recommend this piece. So I do think it's a great bag, but again, for what I was looking for, I wouldn't recommend it. So let's talk through some alternatives to those luxury options. The first one I would highly recommend is this Landon carryall from Dagny Dover. So this one is in the large size, and oh my goodness, this color, guys, it is so rich, so pretty. It's their current spring summer 26 shade in, I think it's called Ancho, and I absolutely love it. So a quick note, this was gifted to me. However, this is not sponsored in any way. I have been a longtime fan of Dagny Dover. I have worked with them in the past, but I also do a lot of my own purchasing from their website because I do love their products. So in terms of the features of this bag, this is made out of a stretchy neoprene material. It has a large zipper here across the top. And then it has these snap closures on the side. So if you need to expand the bag even further, you can take off both of these buttons. And now the bag has more of a like traditional tote shape to it. Otherwise, when you fold it over, it becomes more of like a rectangular duffel. There's also a spot for a strap. It is catty corner on both sides. There's a spot for your phone. And then the most important part, there is a trolley sleeve. So this slips right on the back and allows you to make sure your bag stays securely on your luggage. In the interior, it is extremely spacious and they do have a lot of pockets. It also comes with a dust bag, which I thought was pretty fancy. And then it comes with a little zip pouch that you can use for like dirty clothes or shoes. And then it also comes with a little wristlet pouch, which I thought was really cute as well. And then again, it comes with the shoulder strap. So I'll be honest, this is probably as close as it gets to my current perfect carry-on bag for me. Now, it's not luxury, so that means it doesn't come with that luxury price tag. Also, I just like the more minimalist style. I feel like it looks very clean, very sleek, but it still is very practical. I do think, again, these are great options. Would definitely recommend this one. I do want to give a shout out to this Marc Jacobs tote bag because I do feel like this one is far more spacious than the two I just mentioned. And the leather on this is such like great quality. This does feel like a very luxe tote bag. And this one has a zipper on the top, and in the way the zipper is set up, like it's flexible too. So if you fill this up to the brim, it's still gonna be able to zip shut, which again, for me, if I am traveling in an airport, if I'm slipping a bag under my seat, having it being able to zip shut is a must-have for me. Even if there's not a chance things will fall out, it's like a mental security thing. So yeah, I do like that about this bag. In the interior, it's just very spacious and there is a little zip pocket area and two slip pockets. So there is some organization there. I also like that it has, you know, the zipper being able to be extended so that you really can open the bag to its fullest. And then it just has a little magnet right here, so it's not flopping around either. So I believe when I got this bag, it was $500. I don't know how much it is at the moment, maybe like $550. I do think that price is worth it. This is a very well-made, high-quality bag, and I just love the size of it. I do think it's a little smaller than what I'm looking for in a current carry-on. And again, it doesn't have a trolley sleeve on it, but if you're just looking for like a travel tote, I do like this one a lot. I don't know. I feel like, you know, the tote bag thing is a trend and it might even be past that point now, but this is just a really nice tote. And I will say you could always wear it on the back side and it's a lot more understated as well if you just wanted to not have that lettering showing. So yeah, I think this is also a great option I would recommend. And one final shout out for carry-on options would be the Longchamp La Pliage bag. So this one is packed to the brim right now. I just filmed the content of a pack with me bag and I used this one as my carry-on bag for that video. I do think this is a great option. And honestly, if I don't bring this as my carry-on bag, I always pack it with me on trips because it folds up flat and it allows you to pack it really easily into your suitcase without taking up a lot of space. So I do carry this on almost every trip I go on. So I definitely recommend it. This one I think was the large size and it really can carry a substantial amount. So I would definitely recommend this one as well. So that wraps up this video. Thank you so much for watching and spending a little time with me today. As always, I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. What are some of your ride or die travel essentials that you take with you on every trip? And what are some of the really cool gadgets or things that you have found that help you when you travel? Because I am always such a sucker for anything that can help me stay organized on trips. So I definitely want to hear what you guys think. As always, if you like this type of content, please like and subscribe. I would love to have you as a part of this community. If you'd like to watch more of my content, I'll be sure to include a playlist here, and YouTube will share a video they recommend up here. Otherwise, bye for now.